I joined EMEA Recruitment after spending 4 years within internal recruitment within the UK market. I was really apprehensive to make that adjustment from internal recruitment to external, but within my first week I already knew that I loved the transition, I loved the pace. So my first week was spent on induction with Rich, the MD. Walked in, had a really structured training programme focusing on sort of candidate sourcing, business development, who EMEA are and our core values, and really what was sort of expected. I mean, within my first week I already had a couple of roles given to me to work on. I was, really nervous about learning the finance discipline, but I had loads of consultants that are really experienced around me to give me some support. It was a really busy couple of weeks making that transition. Lots to learn and really enjoyable. I knew absolutely nothing about finance when I joined the business. I did a lot of reading before I started. We did a lot of this on training as well, but also talking to candidates and, really getting to understand their roles. So I think that was the biggest thing. I think I'm still learning every day now about how these sort of functions work within these big businesses. The country as well, it was obviously a transition moving from the UK market to the Netherlands. So even simple things like, geography, looking at the difference between sort of Amsterdam and Rotterdam and where all these businesses are located. I definitely spent my first 6 months with a map at the side of my desk. And, the culture as well and how these businesses really work. This new way of sourcing as well for me. So pre-COVID, we had physical training every Tuesday, covering off, everything sort of surrounding that business development element, how we can reach out to our network, whether that sort of be executive interviews, podcasts. I've had a lot of support from Michelle, the country director. We were having almost daily meetings sort of earlier this year to sort of support me in that transition, because the transition is definitely hard. You still have that research element, but you also really want to get on and have more of that client facing part of the role as well. So I feel like they've really put a big emphasis on my own personal development here, and I feel like the directors give you a lot of time to make that transition. It's not, this is a task, go away and do it. You will have that time and you get that good constructive feedback sort of every step of the way, which is invaluable when you're starting off in recruitment. I think the benefits of being an AC is the fact that you're not jumping straight away into that client side of things. You don't have that additional pressure. You really get to know the market, you get to know your team, you build up relationships across all different parts of the business before developing into the client side of things. I thought I knew quite a lot coming into the role, and actually, I knew very, very little. So I was really valued that year and a half I had as an associate consultant within the business. Also made the annual incentive in my first year as well, which wouldn't have happened without the consultants giving me that added support, and probably wouldn't have happened if I'd have jumped straight into a consultant role as well. I think there's definitely more incentive to transition into the consultant role within the business, but I also really love the client side of things. There's definitely more variation within the role. When you do transition over, you've got the client and the candidate side of things as well, which I really am enjoying. There's definitely going to be more scope to personally develop myself as well, and hopefully take that next step in my career as well. We all get on. I feel like there's a lot of teamwork. We help each other out with whether that be candidates, sort of leads, but also, even if it's just going for a drink together out of work, which is something I've really enjoyed. Within the first 4 weeks in the business, we went on our Christmas do to Dublin, which was absolutely amazing. And they're always thinking of new ways to sort of incentivise us and, really coming together as a team. And I really felt throughout COVID as well, just that the support was there, and there's always easy access to management. If you've got a problem or you need support with something, I always feel like I can pick up the phone and talk to sort of any of the senior leadership team for advice. Now I've become a consultant, I'm really learning to sort of prioritise and manage, definitely a much heavier workload. I'm learning different ways about how I can approach the market and expand my own network as well and add value to both clients and candidates. And I'm learning to sort of manage a process and take full ownership. It is all down to me now, and I'm really enjoying it.